listen, the demographic of golfers is people that live busy lives. They're living successful, busy lives. They're getting out there, but they don't have time for all of the other stuff. From the perspective to then attract these millennials. If Peter Costas and Gary McCord are getting canned and they have a contract up in 2 years where they can take PGA Tour events anywhere. They could take it to Facebook Live if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. They can take it anywhere at that point in time, and I think they're going to go. They could take it to a subscription platform. They can take golf anywhere in 2 years. What do they need to do from your guys' perspective to execute that? What do they got to do to generate the younger crowd, us, that gets busy and life hits you, to get out golfing again? Because you're right. Every single year at a course, the membership goes down because people are getting older, and it's the way it is.
Yeah.
I'll take this. I like this. First, I am, as much as I am a huge fan of the PGA Tour, I'm also extremely critical of them. There's many things that could be done, and I mean,
totally.
The way that they speak about these players, like, oh, geez, it was hard for him. I mean, it's not hard. He's still walking away with a check for $500,000.
Yeah.
But like, when it comes to getting millennials to play, like, talk about taking it to like a streaming service. As much as I would like that from a person,
I'd like to pay $5.99 and get Ultimate Golf.
But you know what? You know what golf is? Golf is not something that people are, for the most part, reaching out to watch. They're not putting in the effort. It's like baseball. It's background noise. And until maybe Sunday on the back nine, people will watch. But I mean, Tom and I were talking about this yesterday. I mean, if you want to watch Thursday through Sunday, that's like 40 hours of coverage.
You know, when I was just listening to Gary talk about getting fired on the radio, and he said something that resonated with me that I was going to bring up. He said, listen, the demographic of golfers is people that live busy lives. They're living successful, busy lives. They're getting out there, but they don't have time for all of the other stuff.
No.
Right? They're busy. Right? They're running families. They're running businesses. They're out there.
Time blocks.
That's
all you have are
right?
time blocks.
So because of that, even with golf on TV, when he was saying that they're getting 1.8 ratings unless Tiger's in contention, right? They're not getting the numbers because everybody's busy, and they have to now attract and build the brand of some of these players up to try to then get the attention again like Tiger got, which they can't do right now because nobody is stepping above.
I don't know if it's so much the PGA Tour's responsibility to build up the brands, because you know what, like the brand of the individual, because the players nowadays are so focused on building up their brand. Like, it's kind of the demise of golf in a way, like, because they're boring. You know, they can't say those things because they.
You want to talk about Koepka? You want to talk about?
I'm a Koepka fan.
Listen, we all are. He is. I was at the British Open this year. I was at the PGA Championship this year.
Great.
I watched him both times, and I watched him walking down the fairway. I believe it was on 16 at the PGA Championship. Dustin had just come through and hit it over and came back, and he was closing the gap, and he walks down the fairway. He's just strolling back and forth like. Steel eyes going, and he goes and cleans it up and wins this thing.
Unflappable.
He's unflappable. But the Golf Robot 2000, as some social media people will call him, when he starts talking afterwards, he's not exciting.
No.
Right?
But how many guys are?
No, I'm not saying that.
It's
I'm not
shocking.
saying that. But the fist pumps that Tiger put out early on built up this.
Changed the game.
He changed everything.
Yeah.
And now we're waiting for the fist pumps from a Rory or a Koepka that are so electrifying that you just resonate with the person. And that's why people still tune into Tiger, because they're waiting for the fist pump. And when the moment comes, he lets it out.
Yeah.
And it's epic every single time. I don't know if he practices them in the mirror but they are epic.
Yeah.
He
gives the people what they want.
That's why everyone resonated with him, and that's why. But now you're right. I mean, Rory started a podcast. I don't remember the name.
Carson Daly.
With Carson, Rory and Carson. Yes, they're active on social, but to a certain extent, they don't have the same pull as Tiger did.
I mean, sorry, Tom. Go ahead.
That's okay. Just a couple thoughts. like I always like to think of golf in a transition phase, right? Social media, if you go on there and you look at the golf content and the people engaging, there's a ton of people like hungry for it, but like, yeah, nobody in the millennial age range has got a golf subscription channel or maybe even cable at this point, like, right?
Exactly.
Everyone that's young, like I have 13 nieces and nephews, and like their first reaction is YouTube in the morning, right? Like I'm going to YouTube, I'm going to see what's happening there, and I find it interesting because YouTube actually sponsored the NBA Finals, so
yeah,
they're making this big push.
The MLB Finals too. They got the World Series.
Wow.
Like YouTube TV is on World Series right now, so they're getting into
that's
the
huge.
And then when you come back to time blocks, it's like obviously Tiger is, anybody will follow Tiger, like the media is, when Tiger's playing, we're going to give him 90% of the coverage, and it's like, how do you take these personal brands that exist on Instagram and all these platforms, and then maybe like we're just going to broadcast Brooks's round, right? And like there's a channel on the PGA that like you can follow and tune in and watch Brooks for this, right? Because that, like, we're device first, mobile first economy, right? Like that's, Google has ranked mobile first as the most important. Like
they're trying that though, like, because isn't the players this year they're going to broadcast every shot, which is the one
doing that with all the majors. They want excuse me, extended coverage throughout, like where basically, and this is a big issue for the guys working the TV channel, like the broadcast, like they want to go like 8 straight hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time to fill. Like, it's a lot of things to talk about.